Alright guys, and welcome to part of the quarterfinals for the... Oh, I should change the title, shouldn't I? Of my stream. Change that back to the right one. There we go. We don't need all these dang chats. Soon, we'll be able to get it so that we can have it with multiple people. I'm currently working on getting that set up. I just have to do more stuff with the virtual cable stuff. Right now, we're just waiting for Grenoff to get back. He just finished a very grueling series of games. He was in round 2, not but 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago. So he was still going on that. So yeah, I realize it's been a bit of a break for us, but hey, we're back. We're in the semifinal. They're quarterfinals. Yeah. And here we go. Here's the game starting. It's a ZVZ, as have been all the games I've cast today. This is interesting. ZVZ seems to be getting more and more popular, or at least Zerg. It used to be to where the point that Zerg was the least common of all of the races, but actually this is the best of 3 even. So we're going to set this up. Both players are just working on their early game, making sure their hatchery's up and everything. There we go. Best of 3. Nothing uncommon here. Both players saving up to get their Overlord on 9. Both players doing that. Plottel's just a little bit. I mean, we're talking like milliseconds ahead of Grenoff. It's not going to make a huge difference overall. I mean, they're pretty much even, which should tell you something about the level of these two players. Of course, I get the scoreboard working and it disappears. So Plottel is just going massive drone, taking a quick gas so that he can get some speedlings out. We've seen that in the past 2 games from him. So I expect that we'll see that again here. Plottel not doing any scouting aside from this Overlord so far, whereas, oh, I take that back. Plottel's drone's way up here, and we know he's not here for sure. Pretty sure he's not over here, but we don't know for sure. We do see Grenoff's little drone almost scouted out that he's not here, that neither of them are indeed right here, as Plottel has realized. So Plottel, by process of elimination, has decided he's here. Grenoff has his spawning pool about halfway, same with Plottel, but Plottel had his gas going for a while. Grenoff just finished his. But, I mean, other than that, we're fairly close. Plottel just working on getting Overlord out, and Grenoff will follow suit. We could see a gas steal from Plottel, and it wouldn't really affect his build too much because gas is so cheap for Zerg. It's 25 minerals. First round of Zerglings is on its way out, along with the Queen, and a second set of Zerglings from Plottel, whereas we just see the Queen and some more drones from Grenoff. There's the metabolic boost being started. And that drone will die. It will not get out. And he sees that he's already got those out, so he's going to be building 2 defensive lings to make sure he doesn't die. Baneling nest being constructed or grown, I guess is actually what it is, being grown from Plottel. As well as from Grenoff. Again, fairly close in theirs, except that Plottel is going a lot more on the offensive because he's going with lots of banelings, or not lots of banelings, lots of Zerglings. The issue, though, is that he's got an equal amount of Zerglings right here, and this was really nothing special. It's kind of whoever gets the first hit off. And the fact that he pulled that one away, oh man, he's going to have to retreat right now. Plottel just does not have the force to deal with this. Metabolic Boost will finish up first for him, but we do see 10 more Zerglings getting ready to pop out. No expansion from Plottel yet. One Baneling being morphed in. And he's chasing all the way back. But we do see the expansion for Grenoff is down, and Plottel sees that. Or will see that shortly. We've got a lot of speedlings from both players, really. But especially Plottel. And he didn't get the surround. There he saw the surround off. Lots of Zerglings just come flying back to the base because he sees, oh god, he's got Banelings already. He's got a lot of Zerglings right there back up. So we're going to see a lot of Zerglings make a push out. But two Spinecrawlers are being mutated over here for Grenoff. That'll definitely help dealing with these. Oh! 8 Banelings being morphed in. Ooh. However, we still don't see this expansion from Plottel, and that'll hurt him in the long run if this turns into a macro game. If it's not going to be a quick little game, then things are going to go completely different. Meanwhile, we see 8. We only see actually 7 Banelings being morphed for Grenoff. But they all died while they were still in their cocoons, and this hatchery will fall. No question about it. These 2 Banelings managed to just kind of stay over to the corner. Lots of Zerglings being made from both players. And of course all the Banelings popping out because they have no armor. They die so easily. See 2 more Spinecrawlers even being mutated. That's actually taking a large toll on Grenoff. With all these Spinecrawlers he's having to make. Both players deciding, I need some Banelings for this. So Plottel really kind of tied this up with the destruction of that hatchery. I mean, Grenoff has lost a lot more resources just because of that hatchery alone. The one little Baneling coming down manages to nuke plenty of Zerglings because he sent more than one to go kill it. The hidden little Baneling finally reveals itself. And it's basically a battle of who's got the bigger Baneling bust. And we saw lots of drones being killed there. No, I don't want the name I want. We saw 12 workers killed off from Plottel there. That's a lot. No, I don't want that. That's a lot of them. Forming a better wall off with his Spinecrawlers. Grenoff really kind of shut down here. He's going to have to rebuild his economy pretty good. This Overlord will likely die because once the Queen really starts shooting, unless it's off creep, and even then, these Overlords just die. So we see another Overlord floating over there. No big deal. I will lag out for a minute, yeah. So once again, Queen, even if it's off creep, it's really going to have the time to shoot away at these. But he's going to let it live. He's going to build. See, no, he's going to go straight for the hive. Because Grenoff now has to completely rebuild his hatchery and had to get his economy really back up there. Because it really got hit pretty hard with that Baneling attack. And the Spire from Plottel. Oh, God. If this isn't scouted from Grenoff, but we do see an evolution chamber being placed. He might know about that. Oh. Could be because he sees it with this Overlord right here. Nice Overlord placement. Very nice Overlord placement. 2 Spinecrawlers at the front for Plottel, but he can take his time with that, as opposed to getting up right away. Second extractor being put up. Grenoff's going to do a Queen transfer, but once again, this is the only Queen he has. Plottel, you know what, let me check that, because it was brought to my attention. Okay, yes, that is the only Queen he has. I'm not making that mistake again. Another Plottel Overlord is going to go down. It's going to bring them. It's actually going to supply block him for a second there. Only 2 supply is separating these 2 players now. Both on 2 base. But Grenoff's got a lot. He's lost a lot more resources. Actually, not really, but he's lost more gas. Or he lost more economy time. Yeah, let's go with the second one. He didn't lose any more gas. If anything, Plottel lost more gas because of all the banelings he was using. But he has been mining out of a lot of geysers. I mean, and that's usually the limiting factor here. A nice overlord train, just trying not to ever get supply blocked again. We see a Flying Carapace 1 being researched again. This is something I've noticed in the last games, that he researched the Flying Carapace exclusively. He didn't even get the flying attack. He just went straight for the defensive upgrade. Macro hatch being made for Grenoff because he did take a pretty good economic damage early. Should move these spine crawlers up, though, to protect against that. You can literally make a wall of spine crawlers right here. You decide, I mean, if you're going to place this hatch here, you definitely should have these, like, wall off here. Both players really not doing a whole lot. No creep thread, really, from Plottel, and we do see that he does have the 2 queens up. We see a 3rd queen being made in production and allow him to spread his creep out. Meanwhile, Grenoff still on 2 queens, but he has no army right now. He has 1 spore crawler. This Mutaforce could do some pretty good damage. I'm hesitant to say it will, because obviously there's that spore crawler. If he comes over here and attacks... Oh, there's a spore crawler over here too. Another one actually being mutated. There's 2 spores now over here now, and that's going to dissuade him. No mutas lost, though. That one is only at 8 health. He should keep that one back. So he's going to decide, alright, we're not going to attack for right now. 3rd hatch going down for Plottel. That'll give him a base advantage. Spire of his own is almost complete for Grenoff. That can allow him to do Muta v Muta, or maybe Corruptor to counter out those Mutalisks. Lots of Zerglings once again being made from Plottel. We're going to see an offensive again. Once again, that queen doing the creep spreading is going to be transferred over to this hatch right here momentarily. No defenses at the front. That Overlord is going to go down. And if he's not careful, he's going to lose another one. This hatchery. He's going to lose these spine crawlers too, depending on how hard he wants to attack this. The queen comes out. And if he focuses the queen down, he can not lose a single Mutalisk. 1 Mutalisk out on the field for Grenoff. From that hatchery, we see 6 total, but Plottel's got 14 out. I mean, he's just going to take out another. Just going to take out yet another one. He's just going to float over here. He should really work on taking out this extra Mutalisk that's going to be spawning. Going to kill the gas off because gas is so important. He's got to be careful on how he does this because now he's trapped between the Spore Crawler and this Mutalisk force. This is going to be a big battle here, and this shouldn't be a decider, but it can do substantial damage. We do see at this point that Plottel does not have enough Mutalisks right there to really handle Grenoff's forces. Grenoff can just take this fight right here, and this is why I like to get speed overlords. But because he split his forces, now, and definitely with that in reinforcement, Plottel is in the lead when it comes to the Mutalisk count. He's going to have to rebuild that gas there if he really wants to keep it up. Ground Carapace 1 done for Grenoff. We do see Air Attack 1 actually is being researched from Plottel this time. We've got a fair few Zerglings out around here, just checking around for hidden expansions. But there really aren't any. This is the closest I'd say we get to a hidden expansion, and it's not really hidden. He needs to spread his creep out, though. This is a nice little... Oh, and the Mutalisk force is going to come right... Yeah, they're going to do some damage to the Zerglings. Are they going to kill any? Actually kill any? Yes, they killed 1, maybe more. But they are going to manage to intercept and do some damage. Overseer from Grenoff is going to get picked off. Because it's going to actually flying straight towards the other one, and some Mutalisks. There's no surviving. And it explodes into a bunch of goop. Free hatchery, forces the cancel, and then kills the drone. Good loss, or a bad loss from Grenoff, which could have been prevented. Now, I do want to mention that this 1 armor might not seem like a whole lot, but I want to remind you that the damage from the Glaive Worm does 931. So with 1 armor, now it's... Oh! He's saying, oh, I see what you're going to do with that hatch. Right? He's going to cancel it, and he's going to take out the drone. So they pretty much just canceled. They kind of did a hatch trade. But Grenoff did use almost all the forces that he used to kill it off. But his creep spread is much greater. Leaving 1 Zergling there to prevent any re-expansions. This drone will get slaughtered by this Zergling. There's no question about it. See the meter force from both players getting steadily larger. I mean, right now, Plottel still has the lead, and he's got the lead in ground forces. He's got the lead in pretty much everything, actually. So really, it just comes down to where they engage is going to be the deciding factor. And the ground forces are coming out. We see the flying armies moving to meet. This army should be able to deal with this one right here. And then the ground army will do a little duel. Yeah, just this Mutalisk fleet got destroyed. And Plottel is going to just clean up the rest of those forces. Plottel now has a massive advantage, especially with Mutalisks against Banelings. Grenoff says GG. That is game 1. We will be right back with game 2. So stay tuned.